You realize, oh shoot, 2 hours go by, your mom calling you.
You don't enjoy the frosted.
Hello? Oh, I'm on 5 minutes away.
Hold on, no, hold on. I'm sorry, Mama. If you calling me to tell me that chicken better be defrosted, I'm sorry, you low-key setting me up by telling me you 5 minutes away. Because if you don't believe, I did, like, before you get in the car to leave, like, hey, I'm like 30 away. Because if it's 30 away, I could finesse a little something.
You can do something with it.
I might be able to throw it.
Now that you said that, that's a great way to separate God's voice from the enemy's voice. God tells you, he warns you before you sin. You know, he's going to convict you before you sin. The enemy, he going to come in and condemn you. Condemnation is so much different than conviction. Conviction is...
Go play the game real
quick. You play the game real quick. You play the game. You realize, oh shoot, 2 hours go by, your mom calling you. I was like, oh dang, my mom calling me.
You don't enjoy the frosted.
Your mom calling you. You just like, hello? Oh, I'm on 5 minutes away. The chicken better be in the freezer.
5 minutes. She look. Hold on. I'm sorry, Mama. If you calling me to tell me that chicken better be defrosted, I'm sorry, you low-key setting me up by telling me you 5 minutes away. Because if you don't believe, I defrosted this chicken, call me like before you get in the car.
No, they kill that 30 minutes or something.
Because I know I should have done it already, but you still gonna be mad if this chicken not defrosted. So how about you give me an extra heads up? You know, like before you get in the car to leave, like, hey, I'm like 30 away. Because if it's 30 away, I could finesse a little something.
You can do something with it.
I might be able to throw
the hot water.
The hot water. I might
go in the shower.
Right, I'm gonna take a shower, get a little sauna action. I might be able to get a little oven real quick. Take it out like
that's funny that you can relate to that.
Saying, yeah, bro.
But
play the game.
No, literally, bro. Literally, that's how it is. But with the feeling, like obviously, when she calls you, that feeling goes from calm to very, very urgent.
You like.
So you feel, where do you feel that at when your mom says something to you? You might feel that.
It's like bro, it's like everything gets light.
Mm-hmm.
And you just like
tense up. Your body tenses up.
It's like at first, it's kind of like your body wants to like buckle.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah. Literally.
Like, you know, this chicken is not.
Exactly. It's not defrosted.
It's not defrosted.
So imagine that feeling, but because do you know what your spirit feels like?
Do I know? Yeah.
Imagine that feeling, but in your spirit.
Ooh.
Like just tense. Oh. And so much stronger, obviously, because it's from God.
And I'll tell you that, like, I had a choice to make a decision like that today, bro. Like, I don't know, because sometimes I feel like when God asks you to do something, it's not necessarily because the act of, like, say if like God asked me, like, bro, just pick up your phone right now. Put it down.
Yeah.
Sometimes what he asks you to do is irrelevant.
Yeah, it's not always urgent.
Sometimes what he's asking you to do is to test where your obedience is.
Right, literally.
You know? And so it's like, I never know why you're asking me to do something, but like the fact that whenever I choose to be obedient, like that led to me. When I told you this morning, bro, and I was like, bro, I just feel content. I feel humble. I feel good. Because I knew when I felt that in my spirit, I didn't ignore it, even though it didn't make sense to me.
And let me pause you right there. You said you felt peace and you felt humble. That's what I mean when I said I can feel God talk to me through my emotions. Like that's that. Because when you think about it,
finesse me to answer the question I asked him.
Because our emotions are all from God, first of all, but specific emotions are fruit of the spirit, like love, joy, peace, happiness. When you feel content, when God tells you something and it's good, obviously it's going to be good, you're going to feel like he loves you. You're going to feel overwhelmed by his love. Maybe not overwhelmed, but like you're going to feel his love, his presence. You're going to feel joy in whatever you're doing. You're going to feel that peace that you just described. And you're going to feel humble because his love humbles us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's, and not only that, but when you feel, now that you might be able to relate to it now that you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Your emotions and your spirit are kind of tied together.
Got you.
Like you don't feel.
I do understand you a lot better.
You can feel your emotions without your spirit, but I'm generally not going to feel my spirit
Ooh.
without my emotions because we are emotional beings.
I feel you, because if I'm not having peace, then I'm having anxiety.
Exactly.
And I'm not necessarily being like, oh, that's my spirit. They're not, when somebody, I mean, how's your spirit? No, actually, how your spirit feels. Actually, how you feel.
Yeah.
I feel anxious.
Yeah.
Why? I just kind of felt like I was supposed to do something, I didn't do it. And that's bro, when you don't, oh my goodness. Because it's like, if something doesn't make sense to you, then like, and then I'll tell you, this is how it happens for me. If I feel something in my spirit and I choose not to do it because I'm like, I don't understand. I see another way
Yeah.
for this to go.
Right.
You know, like, I don't need to do that because I know this and this is something I can do. I can control this. That spirit, like, I might feel better in the moment for a little bit,
Right.
but then I still know my spirit is still in disagreement with what I actually did.
Facts.
You know? And so then at that point, it goes from like how I started, oh, I don't know how this is gonna matter.
Yeah.
And then I say, I don't know how this is gonna matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Since I don't understand how this is like why, so I don't understand why, then it doesn't matter. After I do what I was gonna do, now it becomes, I don't understand why I was supposed to do that. Oh my God, what could happen now that I didn't do that?
Now that you said that, that's a great way to separate God's voice from the enemy's voice. Because God, he's going to tell you to do something. Like, say you're about to sin. God tells you, he warns you before you sin. You know,
Yeah.
he's going to convict you before you sin.
Don't do that.
Literally, as soon as you do what you weren't supposed to do, the Holy Spirit might convict you afterwards. He might, yeah. Because sometimes he'll just convict you before you. But it depends. It's different with everybody, you know. But the enemy, he gonna come in and condemn you.
Yeah.
Condemnation is so much different than conviction. Conviction it's like a peaceful urge, you know. And not, I'm not saying peaceful as in
Gentle.
like gentle. Wait, what are you about to say?
No, like gentle. Like, I feel like, is that what you were trying to say? Like, conviction is like a gentle.
Yeah, but
it's
like,
not like a
gentle. That's a good way to describe it too. I wasn't even gonna go down that road either. I was gonna say peaceful as in not necessarily it feels like, you know how peace feels like the peace that you were talking about this morning.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that type of peace. It was the type of peace that is good.
Yeah.
You know, I can trust this voice because it's good.
Mm-hmm.
So along with that comes peace. The enemy, when he condemns you for something, first of all, condemnation, God will never condemn you. And because he's not going to beat you over the head. Like, he knew you were going to do it already.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to teach you. A good father isn't going to be like, yo, you did this at that point in time when I told you no. And then, 2 seconds later, you did this at that point in time when I told you no. Oh, remember when you did this at that point in time when I told you no? Like, he's not going to keep beating that lesson over, not that lesson, that moment over your head, because you already know that you failed.
It's not how forgiveness works.
That's not how forgiveness works. It's not. The enemy doesn't have forgiveness. The enemy is going to be like, yo, remember when you did that? You disappointed God. Why you? And that's those little. That's how it starts.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, why do you even follow God? Because like it did feel good. Like it did make you happy.
You don't even like this stuff that
yo. Look at all these laws.
This is like,
you feel so restricted.
It's like having somebody look good, but they ain't no good for you.
Literally.
It's like, don't you hate when your girlfriend does that?
Bro, that's literally how sin looks. Like sin, like I tell you all the time, sin
look good.
You'd be lying. You are a liar if you say that sin never has tempted you. That's why, like, that can go to a whole other topic too. I can really get into that.
Yeah.
You know how I am. you know how I get into that, because like you lying if you say like you're not tempted by something.
If temptation was ugly, it wouldn't be temptation.
Exactly. I've said that in the video before too. It wouldn't be temptation. It wouldn't have to be in the Bible, because you like you literally just be like, okay, well, after you get saved, like you good.
And that's the thing, like people, like, and I think America, bro. We have this so biblically, freedom is choice within boundaries.
Yeah.
In the world, we understand to be freedom is something that has no boundaries.
Right.
Freedom without boundaries is chaos.
Right.
Right. And so I think in America particularly, we have this idea that since freedom has no boundaries, if I like something, I should be able to do it. Not only I should be able to do it, but if I like something, it is good.
Yeah. That's not how it works.
Just because I like it, it does not make it good.
You're right. And we're not. I'm not going to get too deep into that because that's going to go off topic
For sure, for sure.
of like God's voice and everything. But all of that, like separating, that's how you separate God's voice from, like from the devil. You know, God is going to tell you something good, and when the devil tells you
Hmm.
something, it's going to go into it's not going to feel. You're not going to have that peace, that peaceful feeling along with it,
Yeah.
and you're going to probably question, why is God telling me this? It's not God.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
God.
And
You know,
even like how you're talking about how the enemy will swoop in like that.
right after, yeah,
Oh, he'll swoop. And what he does, like the things that you're saying he does, what that really is like he wants to enhance
yeah, bro,
like those bad feelings. And so like for me, like, we talk about, you're like, bro, you're a deep thinker. Hey, look, deep thoughts can lead you to some very good things. They could also lead you to some
very
very
bad
bad things.
things.
And I know,
I know too.
like, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I feel
So
you.
like he wants to enhance that.
Yeah,
And it's like them thoughts run rampant. I don't know what's the it's like you can be paranoid.
yeah,
You can,
anxiety.
and this is and this is how you can know. It's like having a nightmare. Like, you ever seen Inception?
Inception?
Yeah.
I might have.
All right, I'm not gonna go there. It's like a nightmare. You know how sometimes you're in a nightmare, you can't tell, and the worst ones is when you can't tell if it's real or not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's kind of like how the enemy, like when he tries to tell you those things about yourself and like push those things on you, it's kind of like a nightmare. And what I mean by that is there will always be a tell
Right,
that this is not real.
right.
His tell is this: he will enhance, 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 enhance to the point where it's like, oh wait, now I know that, and now I know that this is you because you got me. You're trying to like put things in my ear. He might be like, it might start with like, man, that wasn't right. Then it goes like, man, and you did do you. How long you been trying to? Wow, you've been fighting with this for a while,
Mhm.
man. I don't know if you're good enough to do this. Boom. At the third step, God would never tell you you're not good
Good
enough.
enough, yeah.
But conviction also will be like, man, you shouldn't have done that.
Right.
So he will start trying to look like
Sound like,
something. And
yeah,
so he'll get you because that's, bro, it's the same. The enemy can't make anything new. He only makes like diluted or like what was the
perverted versions.
perverted
Yeah,
copies of what God does. And so how we talk about what God's obedience is like, bro, well, not God's obedience, our obedience to God. Like God's like, yo, how, will you do this? Yeah, sure. And then it's like, how about this?
mhm.
Yeah, I'll do that. And the reason he does that is because it's like, if I ask you to say yes to this all the way over here, you might be like, no way I'm doing that.
Facts.
But if I ask you over here, like with something like, are you ready to give this up? Yeah, I can give that up.
Right,
How about this? After 3 months, yeah, you know what? I didn't think I could do that before, but I could do that now.
right.
And so on the flip side, the enemy will try to mirror what God does, and then all of a sudden he's flipping it on his head.
Facts.
So and you can know that because like God would never tell me I can't do something, and the next step is like, you know what, bro? You ain't never gonna win this, or like, you ain't never gonna win this, and because you're losing so much, when you lose, it hurts these people, and since you're hurting other people, you might as well hurt yourself.
Oh, that's a big twist, yeah.
Or you know what? Hurting yourself, it used to be enough. I don't know if you deserve to be here anymore.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna tell. He might not tell you you don't deserve it. He might be like, bro, I don't know.
You put a question in your
Yeah,
head.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and then make it seem like the good thing to do is take yourself out,
Mhm.
because that's the other thing. He can't act on you. So he tries to make you act on yourself.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's
You know what I'm
good.
saying, but
You know,
yeah.
and on that point too, that leads into exactly what I wanted to say too. When the Bible verse that says, the devil is like a lion, seeking who like a roaring lion,
Mhm.
seeking to whom he may devour. When we think about a lion in that context, roaring, we think about a loud being, a loud. This says Thursday. Yeah, we think about like a loud being, right? Because lions are loud. They
Yeah.
they let you know their presence is known. But when a lion hunts, you're not going to be loud. You know, a lion,
And they don't even hunt.
the lioness do. Oh shoot!
They don't even hunt. They
Yo,
be at the crib.
lions don't hunt. Wow, that just flipped because I was going to say like when a lion hunts, they in the bushes,
Mhm.
they in the grass, they in plain sight. You
Yep.
just can't see them,
Yep.
type of thing. So now that you said that in my head, I'm thinking lion being the devil, Satan, lioness being demons type of thing. That's the pride. Oh, pride, another sin. One of the seven deadly sins. Oh, oh my gosh. Wow, that's a big thing. So when a lion hunts, because lioness, they hunt in a pack
Mm-hmm.
and they seek the weakest link.
Mm-hmm.
They seek the weakest, so not the weakest link necessarily, because obviously we not like animals. We don't travel in packs,
Yeah.
but the weakest link out of your emotions.
Ooh.
You feel me? What can I
Wow.
enhance? What can I little prick at to make you think a certain type of way?
Because if you confident, I know I can't beat you at confidence, but I
Right.
might be able to, you
You might be lazy.
yeah. So yeah.
Slothness, that's a sin.
Yup.
Slothness. Isn't that one of another 7 deadly? Is it
It
sloth?
is.
It is, right?
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. Like, you could be a level 9,000 in confidence,
Right.
and you might be lazy at like a level 2. But if that's your like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might not be that lazy at all.
Facts,
But
facts,
if that's the
facts.
only thing I can come for,
I'm
like,
go for it. Literally. Literally. Wow, that's so
bro, that was good.
That was really good.
That was good. You
Look at
just
that
did
movie.
something.
That was I'm telling you, bro, it's not me.
Hey, you just did
Oh,
something.
yeah, you just did something.
You just did
Whoa, I never thought about it in that context. That was so insane.
But you're right though, like how it talks about like a
roaring
roaring
lion.
lion. Fam, like how you talking about they quiet. What the heck you gonna roar for? If you're
Right.
trying to,
Right. If you're trying to get me,
because if you're roaring,
I'm running.
and that's the thing. When they roar, they want you to run. Because when you run from me,
Oh, you went into the pride.
nah. When you run from me, you run away from your purpose.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh, y'all heard that?
Because fam, like what like if you're gonna roar, your presence is not to devour me.
Right.
It's
right.
not to, it's not, you not even want to put pause on me for real. You just want to get me away from where you are.
Oh my gosh. I'm in the way. You gonna walk past me?
Because if I
I'm
roar, guess what? You're not coming this way.
Right. Right.
And then like I saw this because I have a small group. And in a small group, we were talking about like how God is your resting place, your security, your safe
Facts.
haven, all of the
We
above.
gonna talk about all of that too.
And like in the movie Safe House, about this character Denzel Washington, he's like Jason Bourne vibes, you know what I'm saying?
I think I saw that.
And so the movie starts off with him making some deal, and then he gets out, and it's like folks start coming for him immediately.
Facts.
Like they after him, trying to put him down.
Yeah.
And so he's moving through this city wherever he's at. I can't remember where he is, but he's the opening scene. He's trying to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And then while he's trying to get somewhere, like people are shooting at him. He hired a lookalike. They killed his lookalike. He got in a getaway car. They killed the getaway driver. Like they are trying to they do not want him to get where he's trying to go.
Right.
And then at the end of the scene, he pulls up at an embassy, a U.S. embassy, because he's not in the U.S.
Right.
As soon as he walks through the security gates, he's not even in the building. As soon as he walks through the gates, everyone chasing him stops. Because I just can't let you get to where you're trying to go.
Right. Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I have to do everything I can to not get you where I need you to go, where God is trying to have you go.
Exactly. Because like when he can't, it's like with Job.
Mm-hmm.
God's hand was over Job
Right.
the whole time.
Yeah.
The enemy he couldn't just go get Job.
No, yeah.
He had to ask God, like, yo,
Permission multiple times.
It wasn't even like God offered Job up, but like, you know, in the context that we're talking,
Yeah.
he had to go get permission to go get Job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't just like, I'm gonna go get him. Because I can't break through God's hedge of protection.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I'm just an enemy. All right, so we're gonna stop it there. We don't want to go too far into it. We got a little bit more to cover about this topic, about how to hear God's voice. But for right now, we're gonna leave it at that. And if you want to know some more, we'll come back next episode. And we're gonna finish this little conversation we're having right now. So y'all be easy. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.